Hello folks and welcome to my channel. It's James here. It's Sunday morning, but I thought I would film part 2 of my charity shop mega haul this morning and then put it out on Wednesday, because I did say I was trying to stick to a Saturday Wednesday schedule for videos, and so I'm going to film this now and I'm going to put it out on Wednesday, and that means that I'll have a video ready for Wednesday. And I've been working on a idea for a video for a very long time. Roy will know exactly what I mean. And if I do film this part and then I film the third part, probably not film the third part today, and then put that out as my Saturday video, that gives me a couple of free times to work on this idea. And that's my plan, is what I'm going to work on this idea that I'm doing. So we'll do that. So we'll put this video out on Wednesday. So it's Sunday morning, as I say. I got up early. My son got his green belt yesterday, so I promised I would take him to Morrison's Cafe for a breakfast treat, shall we say, since he got his green belt. So we've done that. We're back, and I'm going to film part 2 of the charity shop mega haul. Now, I separated it, and I did my second video on Saturday went really well when I'd actually looked at the movies first and then went through them. So I started to do that, but I think sometimes my reaction on actually looking at the movies first times may be better. Might not be as smooth, it might not be as thingy a video, but I think it's a better way to do it. Maybe it's not, we'll soon see. So I'm going to have a drink of tea. I've separated the second part. I've got 13 DVDs, and I've got 8 Blu-rays to show. So we'll start off with a couple of DVDs and we'll move on to the Blu-rays. In fact, we'll just do the DVDs first. So if everybody wants to skip those, because I know everybody's interested in DVDs, but you know, in format wise, if I've got the main thing is that I've got the movie. If I've got the movie, that's great. If I like it, then I'll try and upgrade it if you can. But the main thing is you've got the format of the movie that you want. The movie that you want in physical form. So, let's say I picked these up, just grabbed them all. This one's called The Shift, and it's a modern retelling of the Book of Job, it says. Kevin Garner gets separated from Molly, the love of his life, when a mysterious adversary known as the Benefactor sends him to an alternative dystopian reality. After Kevin refuses the Benefactor's enticing offer of wealth and power, stranded in a tyrannical parallel Earth, encountering infinite worlds and impossible choices. So it stars Neil McDowell. It's also got Sean Astin, that's Rudy, or Samwise Ganges, or the guy for Stranger Things, and Christopher Polan. So this is from Angel Studios. It is got a runtime 108 minutes, 12 rating, and it has got 5.1 surround sound. And that's all I can say about that one, because it does look like an interesting premise, I would say. I do like my sci-fi, and that sounds right up my street, to be honest with you. And that is called The Shift. And as I say, look at the disc. Nobody has ever watched this. This must be like, these must be sent as one of the Amazon deliveries, donations or something like that, because that is absolutely perfect, and it's virtually a brand new film. So happy with that. So the next one we've got is, I did look at this one. This is The Ship of the Damned, and it's basically a haunted pirate ship with cannibals that modern day people discover. It says, cannibalistic immortal pirates, reeks of death. After an abandoned 400-year-old ship appears off the coast of a small-time maritime historian, Helena, and local Coast Guard are sent to investigate. It doesn't say who it stars. Well, not that I can read anyway. Again, this is a 2024 movie. Let's try to see the runtime. Runtime of 85 minutes. Again, a film that I'd watch. The next one's another horror one. It's called The Well. And this one, I did see this, I did look at this one. This one sort of intrigues me because it reminds me of The Ring, which is one of my favourite horror movies. A gothic, gory movie. A budding art restorer travels to a small Italian village to bring medieval painting back to its former glory. Little does she know she's placing her hands in danger, her life in danger from an evil curse and a monster born of myth. Evil has new depths, The Well. I wonder if any of these have Blu-ray releases. The next one is a movie I've heard about and my wife went, "You're not trading that. You're not getting rid of that one." To be honest with you, I'm not getting rid of very many of them. In fact, little or none of them, because they're all films that I've not seen. So until I've watched them, then I won't be doing that. Sorry, my PC monitor's on. So I check I'm still filming just in case, because there's nobody else in here. Yes, I am. Perfect. I'll take another sip of my tea before I talk about the next movie. Nothing beats a good cup of tea, does it? My wife's unhappy because she chipped her photo mug. Where did she chip it? Oh, it's a tiny bit. Tiny bit in there and tiny bit in there. I'm not supposed to have this mug. Shh. Doesn't watch my videos anyway, so I'll be fine. Well, that's good tea. This should be like Alan from Gerbert's Ghost. Tea, not a sponsor. Twinings decaf tea. If you want to sponsor me, feel free. Because that's the ones I use. Ever since my gran got me a pox. They just taste good. There we go. So next, as I say, this movie is the one that my wife says that I wasn't allowed to trade in. I wasn't going to trade in anyway. But it's Austin Butler, Elvis himself, also from the Masters of the Air series. Jodie Comer, I don't recognise her from anything in particular, and Tom Hardy in The Bike Riders, and I think it's about the 1960s motorbike gang culture and a story all through that. It's a dangerous underworld of violence. So yeah, my wife really likes Sons of Anarchy, so I'm pretty sure that she's going to really enjoy that one. It's a decent movie for me too. So look at that, 4 decent movies already. That's great. Next one is another DVD. It is Slingshot. I don't know why this one's got a bit of tape on it, but it does. Maybe it was all taped together. And Casey Affleck and Lawrence Fishburne. I think Lawrence Fishburne's a great actor. He starts off, in Death Wish, as a generic thug, bad guy, but I think he's an actor that, you admire, because he's worked his way through these small roles to Morpheus and The Matrix, to other ones as well. He's also in John Wick, isn't he? And there's other movies, and for the life of me, I can't remember which ones that I really enjoy. But it's just, worked his way through, and that's what I like. So Academy Award winner Casey Affleck and Emmy winner Lawrence Fishburne star in this mind-bending, edge-of-your-seat thriller as a spacecraft is fatally compromised on a doomed mission. Again, what value? What, you can't beat that value for 10p. I know I spent like £2 on the Blu-rays, and I spent £53, and see, as soon as I done it, I sort of had a little bit of buyer's remorse, that what AJ was talking about, in that, did I need all these? Should I have saved the money? Should I have done something else with it? And I'm going to be honest with you. Could I have done something more productive with the money? Yes. But it made me happy buying them. And I'm happy to add these films to my collection. And was I ever going to get a better deal than this? I don't think I was. So I did have a bit of buyer's remorse about it. But then I thought, look what you've got for yourself. Treat yourself once in a while, you know? So there you go. So the next one is Stoic. Scott Wright, Jason Flemyng, and Bruce Payne. Stone the Punisher. Judge, jury, and executioner. You can commit injustice by doing nothing. I was saying that to my son. I was quoting a World War II quote. So that's similar to that. It's all that it takes for evil to prevail is for good men to do nothing. Yeah, you can commit injustice by doing nothing. It follows a group of mercenary leaders in the country retreat after pulling a raid on a drugs gang. Things take a turn for the worse as they raise the attentions of Stoic, a man from an ancient clan of smugglers. Scott Wright, I say Jason Flemyng, Bruce Payne. I do like it when they put names at the top and make it a lot easier for me to read. This one is 96 minutes. Again, what year is it? 2023. There you go. Next one is another horror. It is Mousetrap. The Mousetrap. This is not the Funhouse. Oh no. To be honest with you, this one might go because I am not a fan of clown horror movies. I don't know why. It's just something that I'm not particularly into. And this is like one of them. It's Alex's 21st birthday, but she's stuck at the amusement arcade on late shift, so her friends decide to surprise her. But a masked killer dressed as Mickey Mouse decides to play the game of his own, in which you must survive. You know what? I can't judge it before I watch it, can I? Now, as I was saying, I grabbed a pile and I seen they were all, you know, when you see the new age rating, you can tell they're all pretty new films, and for 10p each, I can just grab them all. But in that whole pile, there was actually 2 movies that weren't with those labels, and I would have put them back for 10p. It didn't really matter for 10p, so I just put them in the bag. I didn't see them until I actually got home, and actually it turns out one of them is a movie that I've not seen before, and it looks like a pretty decent one. It's Gator. Burt Reynolds is Gator. Meet the bayou's baddest good old boy. Burt Reynolds returns as Gator McCluskey, the moonshine running king of the bayou, in his high octane sequel to White Lightning. Well, I'll need to get White Lightning in before I watch this one, won't I? Lauren Hutton is a sexy TV reporter. Gator is a fast and furious ride you don't want to miss. The feds with Gator and moonshining. Let's check the disc on that one, just to be sure. No, absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. Next one, it will be going, and the only reason it will be going is I've already got it on Blu-ray, so I don't need to keep it. But I wonder, I bet it trades for a wee bit. In fact, let's look it up. It probably doesn't trade for that much, to be honest with you. It's a DVD, so you didn't get much for DVDs these days unless they're heavily out of print or they're actually just out. And this one is about a year old, so let me just look it up and we will see. No, didn't get much for it. So it is Dream Scenario, which is one of Nicolas Cage's more recent better films, I thought. I watched it, I liked the premise on it, and I thought it was a good movie, and that's why I purchased it on Blu-ray. I think I got the Blu-ray for $4.99. So this one can go, but that's not to say that is not a great movie. Basically, everybody starts seeing this professor in their dreams, and it's a real professor, which is Nicolas Cage is playing, and he becomes famous because everybody's seeing him in their dreams. But then things start to happen in the dreams that they don't like. And he's got no control over it, but he ends up getting a hate mob, shall we say, against him, and it goes from there. I thought this was a good movie. What do we got next? Confidential Informant. So clearly a witness protection type of film, and it's got Dominic Purcell and Mel Gibson. Kate Bosworth. Corruption starts at the top. Inspired from actual events, police detective suffering from cancer makes a deal with an informant to get killed in the line of duty so his family can receive hefty death payments from the department. Oh, so there's no witness protection. That's quite a premise, isn't it? And what year is that one? That's 2024. This must be pretty new as well. Well, it's less than a year. Well, it's only 2 months into 2025, isn't it? So, there you go. Again, another decent one. We then pick up Freelance with John Cena and Alison Brie. He's not built for a desk job. Clearly a John Cena action movie. Stuck in a dead-end desk job, ex-Special Forces operative reluctantly accepts a freelance gig to provide private security. Obviously something goes wrong. This one is from what year? 2024 as well. 105 minutes. Nice disc, nice case. So we've got, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 DVDs. 2 more to go, then we're on to the Blu-rays. Afraid. From Blumhouse, producers of Megan and the Black Phone. I haven't seen Megan yet, but I have seen the Black Phone and I really enjoyed that. I haven't actually got that in my collection yet. I should add that to my collection. I should get that into my collection soon. Should do that. Be careful what you let in. Special features, 5 deleted scenes, including an alternative ending. The dark side of AI. John Cho and his family are selected to test a revolutionary new home device that digitally family assistants called Aya. It's obviously a Terminator Skynet home that goes wrong. So that should be enough for that. To tell you, that might be quite good. Oh, I should have picked that up. It's Afraid, but it's got AI in there, yeah. And that's from 2024 as well. So very good. And the last one is a Russell Crowe Blu-ray, Sleeping Dogs. And I think I wanted to see that, and I try to think if I did watch it, and I don't think I did. So Russell Crowe stars as Roy Freeman, an ex-homicide detective with a fractured memory, forced to revisit a decade-old murder investigation. He can't remember. As a man's life hangs in the balance on death row, Freeman uncovers a sinister web of buried secrets and betrayals. Just a thriller. Sleeping Dogs. 18. Again. 2023. So, pretty new. That's from Signature Entertainment as well. There's a few Signature ones in there, isn't there? Yep. So that is all the DVDs. So we move on to the Blu-rays, and before we do, I'll have a little sip of tea. Right. But I was going to say I'll get the boring ones out the way first, but what I mean by that is they're boring to me because I've actually already got them. So these will be going straight to the CEX. Because I've already got the film. So it's the first one is it's 2 copies, but it's a remake of The Fall Guy with Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt. I watched this. I thought it was a good movie. Didn't think it was rewatchable enough that I kept it in my collection because Larry sent it to me. And the reason Larry sent it to me is we wanted to get it because we heard that they were making a mistake with this one where the 4K disc was being sent in the Blu-ray on an extended cut. So essentially, if you bought the Blu-ray, you got the 4K, and we wanted to check that out. And it turned out that that was the case. Also, there was a disc replacement program, so you got the actual Blu-ray as well. So I've got the Blu-ray of this, and I've got the 4K extended in the collection already. So I thought, has this one got the 4K in it? And I checked. No, it doesn't. It's got both the Blu-rays. So this must be when they fixed it. So this is after they fixed it with Dolby Audio and Dolby Atmos. So that one can just go straight to CX. I think you get £5 back for that. So, out my £53, I'm going to get a £5 voucher back. So that's a good start, isn't it? You know, to add it to the collection and recuperate in some of the losses. I don't mean the losses, because that it's not a loss. I bought it because I wanted to. But what that means is it makes me feel a little bit better about myself that £5 is going back into my vouchers, so I can use that to purchase stuff at another time. And similarly, the 4K was also there for £2. Now again, I don't need the 4K because I've got the 4K disc in my Blu-ray. So, of course, I don't have the theatrical version, but that doesn't bother me. So these two, Dolby Audio and Dolby Atmos, yeah, Dolby Vision. Yeah, I've got that on the extended version on the one disc that they sent us, an error on. Okay, so I think you get £8 trading for that and £5 for that, so that's 13 back in vouchers. So, like AJ, I'm a bit trying to justify myself in my purchases because when it's payday comes, you maybe spend a bit more than you should, and then you struggle for the rest of the month. But I treated myself. Why am I trying to justify it? I really don't know. But that's some of them that'll go back, and they'll go back to CEX this afternoon. So the next one Blu-ray I picked up is this one. It is Blink Twice, and it's Channing Tatum is the main star, I would say. When tech billionaire Channing Tatum meets a cocktail waitress Freda at a fundraising gala, sparks fly. He invites her to join him and his friends on a dream vacation on his private island. It's paradise, wild nights blend into sun-soaked days, and everyone's having a great time. No one wants the trip to end, but strange things start to happen. Frida begins to question her reality. Again, this one is from, try to see the year, 2024, Dolby Audio, 102 minutes. So as I say, you just hate it when it's an eco case, don't you? And it's a plain blue disc. Plain blue disc is okay. I prefer artwork. Don't like eco case. So again, these movies will be watched. If I had to see them worthy enough to go in the collection, they'll go in the collection. If I don't, then I'll trade them in. But I found myself, trading them in without watching them sometimes when I got the other Mega Haul, because you get the value now and you can always buy it back cheaper later. So I don't know about that one. Think about it. This is I made a mistake in the first Charity Shop Mega Haul video, and that was that I said that Roy had recommended Borderlands. He did not recommend Borderlands. This is one he said when I sent him a picture of what I got. This is the one he said was really good, and he says it's the Holdovers. It says Academy Award, Golden Globe winner, and BAFTA winner, The Holdovers. Follows a camaraderie instructor as a New England prep school who's forced to remain on campus during the holiday break to babysit a handful of students with nowhere to go. He forms an unlikely bond with one of them, a damaged, brainy troublemaker, and with the school's head cook, who's just lost a son in Vietnam. I do like Paul Giamatti. Roy's also recommended Sideways. That's a really hard Blu-ray to get. I've got it on DVD, so I should watch it. But I really like Paul Giamatti, and I especially like him. And I know it's the craziest film. I think it's down. The reason I'm looking down there is I'm pretty sure it's down there. It's Shoot 'Em Up with Clive Owen. I just thought it's just a crazy fun film. And Paul Giamatti plays a bad guy in that, and he's great in that too. What? Oh yeah, he also plays the boxing promoter in Cinderella Man, and he plays a great part in there as well. The best part in the Cinderella Man is when I was going to say, I shouldn't be talking about Cinderella Man in the hall, but I will. But basically, he plays the promoter. They're both down on their luck. The boxer's no eating for 3 days, and he goes and gets him a bowl of corned beef hash. I just remember that being a great scene. So let's get back to this one. Holdovers. (2023). Delete scenes working with Alexander, the cast of the Holdovers, and more. So I can see that one's in the collection. The next one I picked up is The Dead Don't Hurt. Vicky Reeves, Viggo Mortensen. Gary's a big fan of Viggo Mortensen, so this is a new one, The Dead Don't Hurt. This must be pretty new. 2023. In the frontier town run by powerful and corrupt men, fiercely independent Vivian embarks on a relationship with headstrong Danish immigrant. And I'm presuming it's some sort of western. Yep. Dolby Audio, Region B, 15, and let's just see. Yes, it's got artwork on the disc. It's not a thin case, but it's not an eco case either. Excellent. So that is a good one too. Well, I think it will be. You never can tell though, can you? This one I have actually started watching but didn't finish. And I was watching it on Amazon Prime, and it's Sydney Sweeney in Immaculate. Sydney Sweeney, Anybody But Euphoria, The White Lotus stars a Syrian American nun, devout faith embarking on a new journey in a remote covenant in a picturesque Italian countryside. Again, that's virtually brand new, 2024. So it looks like a horror type one, that's for sure. Again, nice bigger case, no eco. I've noticed that as well. A lot of the new cases, the disc holder tray bits are not quite in the right place. So it takes different trays. Well, that's alright. Immaculate. Next, we've got a couple indicator titles. Again, not the limited edition because they'd be up to the top, so just the single ones. And this one is Tight Spot. She Is That Blood. I took 2 bullets through the chest, ma'am. Just routine. From 1955, USA, 97 minutes. Columbia Pictures presents Ginger Rogers and Edward G. Robinson, Brian Keith in The Sleeper of the Year. I wonder if it's in black and white, it doesn't say. But I'm sure another classic to add. Tight Spot. The next one, I would give you a rundown of what the movie's about, but with Indicator it doesn't tell you, does it? It never tells you. There you go. I'm presuming if you're buying them, they think you know what the film's about already. Maybe. The next one is White Hot Terror, Cold Clammy Fear, Maniac, with Kerwin Matthews and Nadia Gray. Also starring Donald Houston, Leanna Brucey, Jordan Lord and George Purcell. The Maniac stalks his wife, daughter and her lover. From 1963, it's 86 minutes long. High definition remaster. 86 minutes, as I was saying. And then goes right, but it does say black and white at the back. So again, another one to add to the Indicator collection. Thriller, by the sound of it. PC's freezing again. There we go. Right, so next one. The final Blu-ray of part 2 of the Mega Haul. I say I've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Blu-rays and another 12 DVDs. Love Lies Bleeding. A film by Rose Glass, Kirsten Stewart, Katie O'Brien and Ed Harris. Revenge Gets Ripped. From director Rose goes for an electric new love story. Reclusive dungeon manager Lewis falls for Jackie, an ambitious bodybuilder headed through time. To be honest with you, that doesn't sound very much like one I will enjoy, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to watch it. Because I say I'm trying to do I'm going to try and do that 100 films in 100 days, 100 new ones, and see how I get on. I've not started it yet, Or, I don't have to, 100 films in 100 days. That doesn't even mean you watch one film every day. But you could watch two on one day, you could watch one on another. And as long as you get 100 films in 100 days, then you're fine. And I'll choose when I start that. And I think I'll film a wee bit about each film while I've watched it. And then I will put it all together in one big video. Well, that's the plan anyway. And this one's got Dolby Atmos as well. So that's Love Lies Bleeding. So, just knocked something down. I don't know what it was. It was my pen. So this is what we've got. Hopefully I can get them to pick. Hopefully I can get this to pick up for the thumbnail. So this is Mega Charity Shop Haul Part 2. I think, you know, for £53 I've done well. Can't complain. So if you've got any comments on any of the films, anything I've said, please feel free to comment and let me know. And if you do like to subscribe, try to get to 1,000 this year. It's only taken 8 years. I'm sure I'll make it at some point. Maybe, or maybe I'll not. Maybe I'll go backwards. But if you want to help me make it there, then pop that subscribe button, and hopefully we'll be there soon. I have to say that also I'm supposed to have done the draw for 900 subscribers. I should get that done. I'm really sorry. I've not done that yet. And the reason I haven't is that I asked people to put on the comments whether they wanted to enter the drawing or not yet. And I can't figure out who has and who's not. So if you've been in that draw, do me a favour, go and maybe edit your comment to say you want, just put I want to be in the draw, because otherwise I might miss you and you might not be. So please do that, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks, guys. Oh, I put these all down now, can't I? And Cookie, you can have a wee rest, please.